I know the question on everybody's mind is happiness even possible? Aren't we predisposed towards happiness? Some people are just naturally born happy. So, Martin Seligman, who is considered as the father of positive psychology, in the late 1990s did a lot of research on this and came up with the formula for happiness. Can you imagine a formula for happiness? It is H, which is the enduring level of happiness, is equal to S plus C plus V. S is the set point. Yes, it is the predisposition. A large part of our happiness is about 50%. Then there is the circumstances, which is the socio-economic factors, or, the country you are in. For example, if you are in a war-trodden place, can you really be happy? And now I would have imagined this number to be much larger, but it only determines about 10%. And then about 40% is V, which is the factors under your control, the voluntary factors under your control. And that is the most interesting thing for us. We have this under our control. We could have this under our control. The state of enduring level of happiness, not the one which we get when we just get our pay rise. That's fleeting. We know this. It goes away very, very, very fast. So a lot of research followed after that, and they said, oh, okay, if this is under our control, then how does the brain support us? And since this is an area of passion for me, and I have been studying it for years, including the research which is happening with the Greater Good Science Center at Berkeley, and also I did my training under Judith Glaser, who was doing the conversational intelligence for coaches. She actually came up with this, idea of 6 brains, and I love it. This is just putting these things in a capsule form, right? Bringing all this research, which is so many, so many papers, it can become overwhelming. Now, how do you bring it and synthesize it and make it available? And there it is, and I'm making it available to all of you. 6 brains, she said, the 6th wisdom of 6 brains. The first brain is our reptilian brain. And of course, as the name suggests, it's in the reptiles. It's for survival. It's the flight or fight brain. The freeze, appease brain. The second brain is the limbic brain. Limbic brain is our social brain, our emotional brain. And then the third brain is the neocortex, that's just here. And that is our catalog brain. It's the library of information. It's all the study we have done is getting stored. The information and knowledge is getting stored in the neocortex. And right here is our prefrontal cortex, which is our 4th brain, which is considered to be the executive brain. This is where the trust resides, the ability for empathy, for compassion, to look forward, to visualize, to dream, to co-create, the prefrontal cortex. Now, we said 6. I have talked about just 4. What's the 5th brain? The 5th brain is the heart brain. And this is the connection where we sync with others. The moment somebody walks in, it's 0.7 seconds. Within that, we determine whether we like the person or not. What is getting engaged is our heart brain. The 6th brain is our gut brain in the stomach, the vagus nerve, which is connecting the stomach to our brain. 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut, the hormone for happiness, the hormone that reduces stress, that induces or promotes good sleep. Now, that leads us to believe that when we let this amygdala, that small kidney-shaped part of our brain, let it hijack our brain, it just goes into the limbic and the reptilian. and the prefrontal cortex has no chance. And that is stress, because it increases the amount of cortisol in our system. While cortisol, testosterone, adrenaline, all are good hormones for survival, but they're not good hormones for in excess, because they increase the level of stress and level of disease. All kind of diseases we know arise from stress and anxiety. So where would you want to move yourself towards for this enduring level of happiness? Practicing to be in the prefrontal cortex. Of course, making your neocortex stronger so that you have the information. But we know that all the knowledge, all the information in the world is no good if there is no empathy, there is no compassion, no trust. If there's constant fear, if this information's here but we are operating from here, right? No heart. And the gut is another matter in itself. This is the health, the digestion, the health of what our body, what we intake, how we intake, where we intake it, our intake, our inputs, our outputs. And we're going to talk about that in detail in my next session. But in this one, I want to do a quick visualization activity for us to just experience being in these brains, the brains which are going to support our happiness. We do this? You ready? Ready? Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Just if you bring yourself into a seated position, just relaxing your shoulders, bringing them back and down, feeling your feet on the floor so that you have this connection, rootedness with earth. Relax your body, the spine is long and neutral, and close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, bring your right hand to your stomach and gently, in clockwise direction, make circles, relaxing your stomach. Just acknowledging this gut brain. Let that serotonin produce and flow in easily. And just being grateful for this brain to support you in your happiness. From here, bring your hand to your heart. And just again gently circling it. And being there with it. And feeling that connection with the world. Connection where we like other people. We're not constantly suspicious of them. Feeling grateful for this heart, for its openness, for it being alive and coming with us. And now bring your hand to your prefrontal cortex. Just acknowledging this place of wisdom, pure wisdom. And opening it up for trust, for empathy, for compassion, because we know when that PFC, that's my short for prefrontal cortex, when that is engaged, amygdala has no chance. No chance. When we engage this can't be engaged. Amazing, isn't it? So let's be happy with this simple visualization exercise. And when you feel like you have these brains you are engaged with, grateful for, gently open your eyes. And thanks for listening. Bye.